Lenny Kravitz, rock and roll is dead. So, these are the new EH3s. FiiO's first headphone. Now, I have infinite respect and love for FiiO. They've sent me so much stuff. It keeps this channel going. And everything they send me is pretty much great. That's not no bullshit either. Every Bluetooth dongle, including the new BTR5, was like the greatest thing. The big screen M11 Pro was like I worked out the balance of needing to spend that much to get us good. But this is their, and oh my god, their IMs. Don't forget their IMs. IMs are fucking, they worked their way up to like great. But this is their first headphone. Number one. And you can tell this is a company that's never made a headphone before. It's an honest to goodness good effort, but the reviews it's getting on Amazon are probably understandable. So let's look at it. It's a Bluetooth headphone. And it looks like a Bluetooth headphone. They did this nice thing with like blue carbon fiber behind acrylic. It's very pretty. Unfortunately, you can't see it. As soon as you're not like bouncing sun off of it, it's just black circle, shiny black circle. And I don't know what it is about headphones, but it seems like when you start at the bottom of the barrel and you're like first working up, first instinct, chrome. This piece should all be chrome. Yeah, that's what people want. They want shiny chrome there. And then nowhere else in the headphone. I mean, even Shiver and MPOW has, look, it's chrome, but it's like a blued chrome, so it doesn't quite stand out. And I'm going to be referencing these other two headphones. They're also getting reviewed probably today. And each one of those has better things going for it than the FiiO. An MPOW and a Shiver. So build quality is Gen 1 Bluetooth build. It doesn't feel... These are $170, by the way. If you didn't check the price in the link in the description, at least as the time of this, they might have gone down, they might go up. As of right now, $170. And they don't feel it. Because those MPOWs are like 60. And the Shivers are all over 100, but those also don't feel great. But those sound... All right. Folding, standard headphone. Nice, non-memory foam, cushy pads. They're not uncomfortable. They're very comfortable. They are active noise canceling. We're going to get to how shit that is, because this is Gen 1 of a headphone active noise canceling. Like, I don't know. We've never done it before. Let's use some other one's stuff. Does it work? I don't know. Yeah, okay. The build is fine. It's not what I'd want for $170. Everything is plastic and not great feeling plastic. This is a sticker that looks really nice. Like, let's put a really nice sticker on there and that'll distract people from how plastic everything looks. I mean, this is just like a rubberized headband. It's not, again, not uncomfortable. It's comfortable enough. They actually are very comfortable when you put them on. It's like, oh, put them on. Oh, they're lightweight. They don't clamp too hard. They seal out without active noise canceling relatively well. Then you flip on the switch. Oh, I should probably go over the controls. USB-C to charge, and USB-C if you wanted to plug this into your computer or your phone. You could skip Bluetooth entirely, which is a nice feature. Not many will do that. This will actually decode directly. But that's like 4% of people who buy any Bluetooth headphone would even consider that. So I'm not going to bother. So yeah, USB-C there. That's it for this side. This side's got every fucking thing on earth going for it. So we've got, well, that's your voice microphone. There's your power button. There's your active noise canceling on-off switch. There's a 3.5 millimeter. Here's the cable it comes with, by the way. And do I hate little skinny? I understand you going portable. By the way, I can't find the box, which means I can't show you the case, because this comes with a hard case that you can fold it into. And so it's not here. Like, I don't, it should be up there, but I've looked everywhere, and I can't find it. Hopefully I'll find it for the yard sale. But here's the cable it comes with, and it's a spaghetti western sort of like knurled metal here, and there's like a little thing, it's got the, like the striped thing. I don't know, it's fiddly as fuck. Like, it's just like, this is like an emergency, Like if you got a life vest and it came with an emergency 3.5mm cable that you're not supposed to use except for like once, this is the cable. This feels, it doesn't feel terrible, but it feels dinky and rinky, and I feel like I'm gonna break it every time I touch it. Back to this. This is 3.5mm. You get five lights, Captain Picard. There are 5 lights here, all blue. And when you go to pair it, you hold down the center of these 3 buttons, and then that one will blink for red and blue. And it should show you connection status, battery power, all that other things. It's kind of a nice idea. I just wish they balanced it out with this dead side, because this side is just nothing. And you got, okay, so you got 5 lights, you got 75 buttons. Rubberized buttons do feel nice. You get down, up, and then take a call, play pause, things like that. And then another hole. These holes are the active noise canceling holes. So, if on a scale from 0 being no active noise canceling, open fucking hyphen and arias, to 10 being Bose 700s, which are the best noise canceling I've ever heard. The Tautronics are like an 8. The MPOWs that I reviewed are like a 6.5, and these are like a 5. It's just they don't actually noise cancel enough of the outside world to me to consider using them like on a plane or a noisy environment. And then comes the big problem where FiiO hasn't figured out how to DSP correct for the noise canceling. So they've designed this headphone. It sounds relatively decent. It doesn't sound exceptional. It sounds decent. And I'll get onto how it sounds until you turn the noise canceling on. And then it sounds, oh, horse shit. So it literally, you turn the noise canceling on, and all of a sudden, everything that was a subtle nuance is now a mid-tone blue. I did the sound demo yesterday before this review. So I know that I was able to demonstrate that for you. So just, if you click the link in the description or wait till tomorrow the sound demo comes out. I wasn't going to do Bluetooth sound demos, but I'm doing daily videos and I can't throw days away. I don't have that much stuff lined up. But I flip it on and it's like you literally can hear, like, if it was a perfectly flat thing, the bass just goes, not even like the low bass, not even like the rumbly bass, like just the bass you don't want to have come up, and then the highs sort of drop away and it gets narrower, is bad. With the noise canceling off, everything sounds, it's a great example of like a first time headphone. Would it compete with other $100 wired headphones? Takstar Pro 82s, Cooler Masters, Civa 006. If you've never seen his earrings before, when I go, take that as a no, it cannot, but I'm not going to say that out loud verbally because the company has sent me this, so I don't want to make them cry. So it's got good enough sound for like a $100 headphone, wired. You're making it a $170 wireless headphone with active noise canceling, and the problem is the competition's been doing this shit forever. FiiO is way late to the party to get a new headphone out. And Shiver has, everyone's got their party piece. Everyone's got their niche that makes them special. And ooh, fucking Marshalls have that button, and then they're tiny, and then they do sound good. The Shivers here, I don't know who did the sound engineering on them, but I'm gonna kiss their feet. And then the MPOWs MPOW had headphones I threw in the fucking garbage, like couldn't even yard sale them. Just went, oh, nope, garbage pail. And then they came up with another model, and they've worked their way up. They've crawled out of the primordial, toxic fucking audio world, and now they actually make quality audio products. And FiiO has the backing of every amp and DAC that ever FiiO made, and they're just... My first amp DAC was a FiiO E10, not K, E10. And I used it, and I loved it, a bass boost. And then they got the E10K, and that's what FiiO does. FiiO works up E10K, and now years later, the K3 is like amazing. But this pair of headphones is the beta, if not the alpha. I think it's past alpha. I think they were able to skip that because they're FiiO, and they've given us the beta. And if the build wasn't so plastic, and it didn't have these shiny things. Oh, and when you put it on your head, I should say that I also demonstrated this in the sound demo. When you put it on your head, you put it on gently, everything's fine. But if you push aside, you're going to get two sounds. A whistle and a crinkle. A whistle and a crinkle and you're going to town. So it seals, and then you push, and then there's a vent hole, and you hear the air go. And that would be fine. I could get around a whistle, because it's not going to whistle much. I've been moving around with them, and occasionally you'll bang it, and the weight will just bring it in. You'll hear. The bad part is the crinkle. And this has only happened on a couple headphones. Usually it happens on like big planars, where there's a giant diaphragm, and you get the seal, and if you push it in, or my stacks did it. But the actual driver flexes. You get a seal, and even though there's a whistle, the whistle's behind the driver, so you get the crinkling of the driver, and it sounds like foil. I captured it again in the sound demo. There's a guy who does sound demo time jumps. I'm sure he'll see this video, he'll go there, he'll watch it, he'll add timestamps. We'll all give him a like, and you can go and listen to the whistle and the crinkle. The whistle and the crinkle and the whistle and the crinkle. So if those didn't happen, I would be able to say, all right, the build is mediocre, but it should last a while. But the build is mediocre, and it does this stuff. Ugh. Ugh. Sad face. They don't sound terrible. Let's get on to the sound a little bit. They have solid bass. I currently have noise canceling off, so that I could actually enjoy them. I'm running them off this Tautronics. We're in aptX low latency. You can hook this up to the FiiO app, and if you look for the FiiO app, what you're going to find is the FiiO music player. I demonstrated in the BTR5 review. You pull out the actual FiiO music app, then you can go into there, and it'll say devices, and it's got all the FiiO devices you could hook up Bluetooth, and this is in there. And you could adjust some EQs, and you could play with other settings. You know what, I'm not doing that right now because I don't fucking care. There's other more overarching problems that can't be fixed in the app. So we're going to talk about that. You want to play, if you get these headphones, if you own them already and the app does something extraordinary for you, God bless. But right now I'm using this so I can use this and this go. Like here, I'm listening to the Mr. Robot soundtrack. By the way, Mr. Robot whole series finish is great. If you haven't seen it, if you were holding back because you're worried about the ending, if you had a Game of Thrones fucking nightmare, Mr. Robot will cure you of that nightmare. And this is a solid sounding Bluetooth headphone. I'm hearing the buzz. It's very gentle. It's subtle. There's a little bit of like a weird, I don't know if it's a hollowness. These headphones, I was listening to them now just for like an hour before this review, just to get like my final thoughts. And it's very picky on what sounds amazing. John Williams, end credits to the Raiders of the Lost Ark. Sounds great. Great, like at least competing with those $100 headphones I listed earlier. Then you get something a little bit heavier with more complication. I want to take them off. But then it goes back to like a lightweight acoustic, nothing too crowded. It sounds great again. But you have to average it out. I can't just say, well, it sounds absolutely fantastic because all I listen to is John Williams. Young MC, know-how. Here, hold on a minute. That is a good bass note at the start. This sounds fine. It sounds better than fine. The bass note kicks nicely. It holds. The treble's airy. This is from the Baby Driver soundtrack, by the way. But there's other stuff if I keep shuffling. Here. That's a heavy dude. That's lots. Not bad. Hybrid, Man on Fire remix. Not bad. Billy Joel, light. John Wick. I'd say if I had to put my playlist, 80% of it sounds not bad. Not bad at all. Like I listen to these headphones. Bluetooth, fine. Go for it. The concerns are the build. And the concerns is the noise canceling, because they're selling it as active noise canceling. They're selling it. They're pushing active noise canceling, and I didn't turn it on yet. So this is not bad. This is John Wick Hotel Throwdown, right? It sounds good. I'm gonna put on the switch. Where is that switch? Oh, oh, that's the sound that's coming out of my face. FiiO needs to learn, if you're going to build an active noise canceling headphone, you need to design it where that mode sounds the best. Shiver figured that out. Those shivers don't sound their absolute best with noise canceling off. You put active noise canceling on, everything wakes up, all the EQs, all the DSP corrections come in line, and it's magical. This is a perfectly serviceable Bluetooth headphone. Absolutely, I would have I give it a full recommendation. They threw active noise canceling in there. The active noise canceling extremely disappoints. Not only does it not block out sound as well as it should, but it fucks with the sound to the nth level. Like, it's not like a slight change. It's a holy shit, I want to vomit now. But if you're not going to use active noise canceling and you just want a FiiO product for headphones, this is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. But again, those exist. Those exist. Even the goddamn Marshall Major 3s, which are completely different size, comfort, ratio, sound better than these most times. And those don't have active noise canceling at all. And they're like $70. Which is $100 less. Not like $30 less or $15. It's here's $170. They're that much less. That's a chunk. That's the chunk of 100 that doesn't need to be here to be more intuitively built and have a better control scheme. Again, nothing has the pivot button of the Marshall Major, so I'm just going to bitch about everything until it does. I'm glad they didn't try to go with like a fascia control. I prefer buttons, and these are nice rubbery buttons. But overall, I think FiiO has a C- here for their first headphone. I'll thank them for sending it. They send me everything, and they know whether I give it a good review or a bad review, at least they can reach out there and touch the people. So C- on these FiiO. Build quality needs to go up. You got to get rid of the silver. You got to just make it feel premium. Everyone wants Bose or Sony's or premium feeling headphones at least premium. And nothing about gray plastic. It's not shiny plastic. Don't think I want shiny. Fuck shiny. Shiny's the worst part of this. But it doesn't feel like it feels great for a first try. Do better next year. Get better materials, better shapes. The design is so plain. It feels like they pulled this out of a random, like, hey, default Bluetooth headphone sold. I like this thing, except look at the fingerprints. I just cleaned it. So as soon as you use it, it's fucking dirty. And you can't see it there, which is where it's going to be pointing. It's never going to be pointing at the sun, where everyone can enjoy that beautiful pattern. Go nuts. Be experimental. I'm willing to like something more if it's out there. This is a very, very safe bet Bluetooth headphone with mediocre as fuck or damaging even active noise canceling. Because I do the fan test. I turn my fan on real loud. I turn it on. And I can still hear my fan. So it's like, you fucked up. I don't want to be able to... with the noise canceling off, I can't knock the sound too bad. I was just going through song after song after song. Now, keep in mind, my music is downloaded based on how good it sounds. I do have some bad recorded music on here, and it will show. But there's other headphones I'd rather listen in the price range. So, the end. Sound demo for this in the description. If you like these videos, if you want to support them, I have a Patreon and a Subscribe Star. The $5 tier gets you every video early, so that if there's a run... If the Zeos effect is in full swing, which if you don't know what that is, you haven't been here long enough. If the Zeos effect is in full swing, you get to see a review early, buy it before the 10,000 people see it the first day, and everyone tries to buy it. Oh my god. Access to all the wallpapers I've ever used in those both those platforms at the lowest tiers. And you can look up the artists and support them directly on Pixiv or... actually, it's not on DeviantArt. It's mostly Pixiv and... What's the other place? Well, you can find the artists. $10 tiers get you into the private, high-end Telegram behind-the-scenes chat, where you don't have to wait for me to answer your questions. You get to see these reviews early in the $5 tier. You get to participate in the yard sales. When I sell this, and I'm going to sell it because FiiO just hands it to you, they don't want it back. So I'm going to be like, hey, how much is anyone on the internet willing to give me for these? You pay $5. You offer me $86.93. And if you win, you've won a very decent $86 set of headphones. I ship free for the US and half shipping for international, by the way. I will find the box. I am destined to find the box. There's higher tiers than the $10 tier. Those are special reserve tier for people who are fucking amazing. Because they actually pay for the next thing I buy. Instead of just like, alright, keep my lights on. Check out Hi-Fi Guides. Hi-Fi Guides will have a post for these. In fact, I've got to go and tell the admins to make posts for this, the Shivers, and the MPOW, so that when the review comes out, people can go to hifiguides.com and then go to the forum, and there will be all of the people who are sane should be there talking about these things. I'm sure they've got it. Maybe they've worked out more things than me. A forum is always smarter than a single reviewer or person, because the forum is a hive mind, which could also be bad. Bad things have happened with hive minds. I've seen the Borg, all right? That wallpaper in the description. The sound demo for these in the description. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, tomorrow you'll see me for the sound demo where I demonstrate everything. And then we'll do more other things throughout the week. I don't know if I want to do Bluetooth week, where I just do Bluetooth headphones 6 days in a row. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be fun.